chicken, almonds, cream, golden sultanas, a few spices. It's Taylor Swift's favourite dish. It's Chicken Mughlai, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for today's video presentation. Today I'm making a dish that I've heard Taylor Swift absolutely adores. Apparently it's her favourite one-pot chicken dish, so they say. So I'm making it today in the hope that her and Travis will come to dinner and I can tell them all about Worcestershire. Shall we crack on and see exactly what we're going to need? It's a chicken dish. It's a spicy chicken dish, lots of cream, not too spicy. It's wrong for me to say it's spicy. It's just got a little kick. We've got a cracked bird's eye chilli there, some ginger, some garlic, some cumin, some coriander, some natural yoghurt, Greek if you have it, some ground almonds, some cardamom pods, some cloves, some garam masala, some cinnamon sticks, some salt and some sugar. Now we're also going to need some fabulous golden sultanas, which were a pain to get, but I got them, some toasted sliced almonds, some heavy cream, and some really good quality chicken stock. I've also got a quantity of onions, some butter, and some olive oil. You can use vegetable if you prefer. The chicken I'm using is breast, but let me just emphasize this. Thigh chicken meat suits this curry better. I'm using breast because I've got a teenage daughter that insists on it. So I've got a little blender here and I'm putting my garlic in the blender. I'm also going to put in the ginger. I buy a lovely frozen product. It's ready peeled, comes in little tablets. It's pure ginger, it's fabulous. I'm also going to put in my finely chopped up bird's eye chilli, and an extra one if you like it spicy, by the way. And in goes the cumin and the coriander as well. I'm also going to put in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. That's going to give us a little bit of a paste thing going on. Pop the lid on and give it a bit of a blend. Now I've just realised I may have forgot to add the ground almonds. So there you go. Put the ground almonds in, put some more water in because we're looking to achieve a paste. Don't forget all the instruction ingredients will be in the description box below. Give that a good whiz up in whatever blender you have until it's all pastified, there's a new word, and then pop it in a silver bowl. Well, any bowl you have. Okay, in my frying pan I've got a knob of butter. I've got some olive oil, as I said, some vegetable oil. I'm going to season my chicken with salt and pepper. And when my fat is sizzling away, I'm going to add my pieces of chicken. I will include the different instructions for chicken thigh if you prefer to use chicken thigh. I will also include the different instructions if you want to use chicken on the bone. Right, we want to seal or sear our chicken pieces until they've lost the appearance of being raw and they've got the appearance of being cooked. Once they have, fish them out. And then in that lovely juices, I'm just going to add a little bit of extra oil and butter. We're going to put some whole spices in there now. In goes my big bay leaf that I've chopped in half. Also going to put in my cardamom pods and my cloves. And my cinnamon stick that I've chopped into 3 pieces. We're going to sizzle that on a very, very low heat for about 2 minutes only. The butter will start to turn brown. I'm also going to just crush those cardamom pods so they can release the flavour. I love cardamom pods. It's amazing in tea, by the way. Right, so once you've crushed those cardamom pods, just add the onions in, get those in. As you see, the butter's starting to brown. I'm giving it a good old mix round, and I want to completely cook those onions. If it starts to catch a little bit, you can either add some extra fat or you can add a tablespoon of water to it. It's entirely up to you. You don't want to brown the onions too much, but we want them to take on a little bit of colour. So once they have, we're now going to introduce that paste that was almost made wrongly by not adding the ground almonds. Once we have, let's put that in. I'm on a low heat, by the way. I'm just going to stir the paste and just gently cook it off. We want to try and extract some of the moisture from that paste. As we cook it, it'll become drier. Once it has, that will take about 4 minutes. Add half your Greek natural yoghurt on a very low heat. Stir this yoghurt in. We do not want to boil the yoghurt. We just want to mix it in on a very low heat. Once you've mixed in the first batch of yoghurt, you can then pop the rest in. And once again, just incorporate everything together so it becomes one big happy family. There you go. Everything's nicely mixed in. Don't forget, we're on a low heat here. We don't want to curdle the yoghurt. Right, so once that's done, a slight simmer is on that paste. I'm throwing in my chicken broth or chicken stock. If you prefer to use a vegetable broth, you can, of course. I'm going to just mix that in and just on a gentle heat so that it gently simmers away. We don't want to boil this too violently because there are ingredients in here that will slightly go a little bit funny. They might coagulate and split or separate. Right, in with the heavy cream or the double cream if you live in the UK. And we're going to stir that in. And we're going to bring that to a very, very gentle simmer. I'm going to throw in my fantastic golden sultanas or golden raisins. I love these. I ate a whole bowl of these in front of the TV the other night. Stir those in, bring it to a nice gentle simmer, and then pop the chicken back in the pot with all those amazing juices. Oh my God, the juices from the chicken mean everything to this dish. Stir everything in. Once again, we're not increasing our flame any higher than a medium flame. Once everything's stirred in, I'm going to put some sugar in, and I'm going to put a little bit of my favourite Himalayan pink salt. A little bit of garam masala goes in as well. Stir that in nicely. And now it's time to pop the lid on. And I'm going to forget about it for about 15 minutes on a low simmer. 10 to 15 minutes, I should say. Depends how big you chop your chicken up. Once you've done that, it's pretty much ready. It's not boiling too violently. It's just a nice simmer. Give it a stir. It will thicken slightly, but not a great deal. I'm just going to remove some of the whole spices. You don't have to, but I prefer to get them out. And it's looking absolutely beautiful. Can you see? And you'll notice that the sauce isn't that thick. We don't really want it that thick. We want that sauce nice and gravy consistency so that we can dip our naan bread in it. And there goes some toasted almonds. Wonderful, absolutely fabulous. I'm incredibly pleased with this chicken Mughlai. I'm sorry if I haven't pronounced it properly. Chicken, sultanas, toasted almonds, cream. I mean, it looks fabulous, doesn't it? It's my chicken Mughlai, everybody. It's time to serve up. Can we have a close-up on that chicken, please? Thank you. Look at that. Sultanas, almonds, fresh cream, ground almonds, onions, lots of different spices. Not over spicy. What an absolute treat that is. Get the rice out, get the naan bread out, or just wallop it down as it is. A few extra toasted almonds to finish. And there we are, everyone. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed the video, you can subscribe to the channel. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you get on. Let me know if you've got any improvements to make to the dish. Share this with your friends and smash the like button. It's huge for us with the algorithm. And yes, you've guessed it, I'm starving. I'm going to get stuck in.